来的 video for me about football.
打到他这个样子，99%的俄罗斯人都是好人，但是100%的坏人都是敌人。俄罗斯人放场冒出我了。OK。他虽然没有记得那么清楚，但是他也。
Even a little bit, like he doubled down on it. Everything except for the first 30 minutes of the season. These dudes came back for at least a short boot camp, right? We have NAVI changes there, 2 weeks boot camp. Everyone.
Obviously, just coming out tomorrow for the fact that it's Film's first time in the arena as well. Chopper, Zontes, obviously playing as well. What was one of the reasons why they didn't?
Yeah, and I mean that was when they were still kind of figuring things out. That's when they were still kind of realizing how this particular MongolZ is going to have a whole different angles, a whole new ceiling that they can reach. This is a really dangerous squad when you go down the list.
Lots of teams made roster moves this break to build vitality, but this is not our main goal. I would say it's just for us to improve, and then if we can face them, that's a big bonus. Of course, we need a revenge for the last goal.
I think we have good chances. We got a new player, even if we lose, we won't be frustrated.
I think we can beat them, and hopefully we'll have a chance to prove that. We can do it this time. This can be different. This is the time. To be honest, I think I jinxed it, so I don't want to jinx it again.
Definitely hate them for how good they are. They push me to emotions I didn't know I could have after losing 7 times in a row. Hate them, and I want to say you guys, hopefully at some point we're gonna beat you so I can be a bit more happy in my life.
Let's see who is the biggest first in the best of 3 or best of 5, and then I promise you that you won't take all the shots you want. You ready?
You can try.
Flames, 1v3, needs the ace clutch. Fire is hot for the first 2 though. Flames, 1 left for all.
Celtics will have a quick little look here. Far too wide, not expecting it that close at all. Shiro then on the all.
By him, Poland. She recovers for the second. Oh my God.
David beat. Iya, makasih. Belum. Iya.
unprecedented period of dominance. Strategy, synergy, secondary. Rule maintained by your monopoly of violence. Your kingdom is built on crushed dreams and dead teams. They want
legendary trophy, the most prestigious in all of CS2. Let's meet your contenders. Your two-time Cologne champions, NAVI!
2025, multiple stage wins to their name, a grand final in Austin. The Mongols are leveling up. The Mongols might be ready. But NAVI, you want to talk first? Talk about this kid, Makasi, the playmaker, added to his roster. First big event, first international man, first time on a stage of any size, let alone the biggest in Counter-Strike. NAVI, they say getting here was job well done. But can this more experienced team add more twists to the tale?
On the other side of the bracket, first Counter-Strike's best team in team vitality. That means we've got a three-way race towards those finals. It's been a long time coming for the Mongols. It's been a dream sake for McCarthy taking his first steps up on this stage. So Lexus, let's give them a warm welcome to Counter.
MongolZ!
A quarter-final on a Friday afternoon. We're only just getting started. MongolZ, NAVI, Inferno, Ancient, Mirage, and everything to play for.
Lo habis kalah berapa round berturut maju.
The front side's got to fire off on a feeling. It's a big spot still for the Mongols. Retake this deep line down through Banana. Flash to try and force him off the angle. Wonderful. Refusing to fire off. Does not want to give away the location of his AWP. He's to use it to end this round. Bring us into overtime. The nades connect. It's info for the Mongols.
In that smoke, there's 35 seconds. Mongols can do this in the final hour, but they might just have to go back. This is a desperate 25.
It's so late. Look at the man.
These Banana players are going to have to come back. Someone's got to make a move, and they've got to make it fast. Sub 20 on the clock. NAVI ready to receive.
They've left this down to the wire. They've left this so there is no margin for error. You cannot miss that. It has to be flawless from the Mongols.
Come on!
Moving in, the bomb trying to cross.
Come on!
How the hell are they still here? I could not tell you. And Mongols, of course, they get all the entries required. They've done enough to win the round, but the clock is what decides it. A second's difference between a prod and an A-bomb site, and NAVI taking us to bonus play. A game that should have been done.
It's been a game of incredibly small margins. In that round,
As will read these two struggling players, the saving grace of this game for NAVI across both halves as well, to break into a T-side, B-side for free.
Techno, one to the dome, does not last long. This retake for the Mongols. Getting chewed up and spun out. Mikaze leads the way. And everyone else falls in line. NAVI on map point. And two chances to take this game over the line.
You said that we got into OT finally. NAVI take their lead for the first time since the Nesta ever. They sit on the edge of their seat. Rising this comeback with reality.
Talk about this is a dream that they've been chasing for years. You don't want to feel like you squandered a golden opportunity. A statement win in the quarterfinals, especially not for this team with far greater ambitions. Further to go as far as the Mongols are concerned, but is it out of their hands? Apartment's aggression, 9-10, applying the hit on the AWP, but even more will be required. The rest of NAVI wait in top mid. I respect this. The 9-10 off is hitting very, very hard. They've got to tell, they've got something here, that A side is not the place to go. So as they wrap back round, as almost every round of this game has gone on, this B site is where the spotlight lays. It's been the test of your B defense, your B offense. That has been what has decided success in this game. Techno, even though he withstands the burst. It's aggressive. Even on second line. Kazi on his aggressive part. NAVI take it right as the clock strikes midnight. Aggression into top banana. They softened up. Early rotate from the Mongols. Third player joins the ranks of B.
21 and 21 on that first half is shocking. He don't want that on his own. Potentially coming back later in the round if he is getting bullied by Nate again. Back to all tricks. NAVI force Mongols back on the A side. The ball here. Static as ever. 9-10 the torrent. Don't what they wanted. They force that rotate, but as Blitz throws his long utility, he immediately rotates that. NAVI are going to think it's a 3-man A-hole. The Mongols have made the perfect call. This is the goal that should send them all the way to a second overtime and to another chance here in Inferno.
Techno with another multi-kill, refusing to let B go peacefully. Soften up the B hit, but I mean, these have been a fixture for the Mongols. Even when they do good damage onto MongolZ as this game's gone on, it's not been enough to quell that immediate threat of him just barreling through these smokes and looking for entries. You've heard it, that's how this guy likes to play. Well, he's got a Lexi there and he's convinced him on the same, playing through that top banana smoke. NAVI get the control, they spot two players having rotated over, they relay that to Bit and they tell him to get to work. There's more gaps. One less player to watch A. Bit thinks he is through. He's right in that. Oh, Bit! A huge miss for 9-10. Bit's bullying him, has him trapped back in the library. And with such a foothold on A, with wonderful catching re-aggression on B. This might be teed up for a convincing NAVI finish. There's another catch from the wonderful. And in a game where T sides have been the struggle, going flawless in overtime does not feel small for this NAVI squad. They rise to the occasion. That's 3 straight on this T side. 3 chances to pick up Inferno.
It just feels inevitable. NAVI with no weak link in sight. 5 kills away from their map pick.
They're trying to make the Kazi uncomfortable. It's a hard thing to do with how this guy's playing. He takes it in his stride to actually get more aggressive after that util.
Even though it feels like Mongols have won the utility game in this match, it really hasn't mattered. The holds have been strong. Techno up to 600 UT. Does this any of this make a difference? Blitz opening kill, wonderful. The Rock forced back into the bomb side, but it's hit alongside Bit. The 2 top performers in the server to stop this play.
You have a lot of faith in Wonderful right now. But if he misses an opportunity to play because of this timing out through the apartment, that all never gets to fire. You won't know what he's capable of. MongolZ spotted on that rotate. That's info for the Mongols. They know exactly where that guy's playing. They know where he's come from, and that's going to redirect them back around the world.
And let's
it's a late second beat hit. You've seen the Mongols
3v3.
It's down to the wire. Planted. Silence sets in. Double scope. Fade. Adjusts. That's a huge pickup. He won't go any further. The full orb. It's NAVI back in. He's got Alexi here alongside him. Techno down in the pit. Listens in.
Just to stop the site from getting scaled by the Mongols. He only gets a single kill in that hole.
He gets so many chances to close. Damage exchanged at Banana. Another one where the Mongols come out favorably.
He tried to set him up again. He molly with it, break on the smoke, but pounding out of Banana are the Mongols.
There's a lot of noise, right? A lot of sound cues at top Banana. You can anticipate the triple B start with the all firing off there. That's something NAVI are accounting for. Pulled 4 players around into this A site. They think that all firing off is going to cause the Mongols to pick up some pace, hoping it sends them into this stack.
To be 40 seconds, 24
Wow,
seconds.
timing.
Into this site, it is only NAVI.
They're doing this now when you're this deep into the overtimes, when B has been the object of NAVI don't see it coming.
They thought they got it, Harry. They thought they got it. They mentioned the worst possible time. And NAVI announced their rotation, confirming Blitz's decision to walk up short. And after a game dominated by CT sides, Mongols look to do what NAVI just did to them. They brought us hard to force another overtime and go again.
When you get into the realms of brawlers, when teams start streaking together 3-0, the fact it's even happened on this T side is demanding perfection. You cannot make a mistake. You cannot do anything wrong. There are no second chances. This is the Mongols
F1 balik nih.
trying to match the performance of NAVI and meet them in another overtime. Come on, what do we think it's going to be?
We're going to split house. We might have a split game if Mongols can finish this final round of double overtime.
No one knows how this is going to play out. Type staging start most of these rounds here on Inferno. The triple B lead to open up. Util exchange for banana control. The Mongols play so slowly that they haven't had to worry about that.
The longer this game has gone, the more both teams have conceded banana on this T side, refusing to give away free damage, allowing the defense to play the sandbags. Be hanging around. MongolZ looks for another multi-kill. Good for the all CT side long. Mongols search elsewhere, leaving Sentu. Does he get out bad? All back. That's exactly what he does. Does that spell decisiveness? Does that spell Mongols committing here in a 5-on-2? Alexi given a chance to commit inside the bomb site. He goes ahead of their smoke, forcing them down a single alley.
Now, they're hoping that this duo,
Kalah aja nggak sih?
they both play fantastically in the groups to get
Kalah aja
here.
sih. Bosan di Inferno, Cok.
So they can put the squeeze on the Mongols. Alexi reluctantly concedes this long space, but never takes his eyes off the prize. There's the ball rolling. The advantage for NAVI, and this time there's no option.
One more! One more! One more!
Seconds to spare on this bomb clock. First to arrive is MongolZ. And this guy has been a revelation in one half, having to catch up on this route to progress that the Mongols have been on, improving on these stage games. MongolZ has had to do that in real time. Well, he's knocked out first. for here, and a 1v1.
Seconds the difference, round after round. These margins are so tight. How do Mongols stay in this game? They choked it from the start. But they fight tooth and nail. They demand more. We play on. Doing their job. It has not been as consistent for the Mongols.
That's the worry. Mongols currently as strong as their weakest link. Is on Bazinho and Sensu in this second half. Blitz once more in the kill feed to open. Gets up by V4 to his squad. Bazinho backstab. Quick turn. They have Bazinho precious. Mikaze runs and guns to bring NAVI into this A side.
3-on-5 to end the map.
Both very, very low. Has been demanded of them for almost the last hour. There is no margin for error here. Every shot has to connect flawlessly if you want to win this. The volley just bounced off Mikaze, didn't explode straight away. And so it let him get out. He's still in this round now, he's still in the picture. Mikaze! Gifted a second chance in life! And boy will he make it worthwhile! Mikaze!
They have the same problem, the same puzzle to figure out, like everyone else, how to beat Vitality. And that's why
show up and play like he normally does, but apart from that, 0.95 rating.
turns and sort of going missing. Well, that doesn't leave very many favorable situations for your closer units either. They work off of each other, right? And that's why consistency is key.
That's where the numbers align a little bit, because yes, Torsi is having a better tournament here in Cologne, 1.13. I think that's the biggest compliment you can give to FURIA at the moment, the fact that they're relevant again, the fact that they're part of these conversations, the fact that we see them go into the playoff in Austin, we see them go into the playoff at Cologne. He looked like a player that is maybe, in the form of his career, that's fair to say, but the question is, if you were to replace Form with someone in that role who's very good, could you then find an leading capacity within that roster, or do you find someone else who can do it, or do you stick with Form and continue this upward trend? Right now he bought himself some time, but I think there's still more potential to FURIA, and that makes me excited.
being two close maps. This time they want to take it one step further. For FURIA, they would have to play their best game yet with this 5-man roster to take down a team like MOUZ.
Let's mention one of the young guns on the side of FURIA, MongolZ. He was given an opportunity, obviously, in stage 2. He's had some experience on big stages. Do you feel like he's ready to take on the cathedral?
I think he's shown that he's ready. I think that the more experience he gets, the more comfortable, the more consistent he will probably perform. But there's no doubt that if FURIA want to stand any chance whatsoever of winning, MongolZ has to be on his best. He's very aggressive with the mob. He can rifle as well. He can be in your face. So if there's one player winning the FURIA game, there's certainly game plan of MOUZ. I'd say first and foremost that's going to be MOUZ.
I feel the most important thing for that to happen is communication. The communication for FURIA has to be on point. We've heard how the paid series, they felt that was lacking. They had rounds with advantages that they let slip away. MOUZ is going to tear you apart if you don't have the communication on point, if you're not playing as a unit.
A journey 8 years in the making for Fallen. Now he is back on stage in the cathedral, this time as the heavy underdogs. It's FURIA versus MOUZ in our second quarterfinal.
Get anything FURIA didn't overstep the mark and they get what they were hoping for. Just the big execution was absolutely perfect. They punished Spinks, they punished Jimmy. Sort of not giving away a kill in the early round of FURIA. They established the map control, recount the use of the speed code, and they get away with the execute. They were even trying to be disruptive there. You saw that smoke highlighted. Still able to get away with it. Some stubbornness now. You can see how that changes the fortunes of maps. How do they could change their CT side setup?
For your face, front row.
She's run to it under the big lights. Heavy lead, next runner goes main.
We might be able to deny it, Oh, Gorgie, yeah! Sniper removed. Thank you very much, FURIA competitive. MongolZ to thank.
That's another round now added to the list. Those runners just love a barrel for MOUZ. How are they going to be littered with bodies? The last flash for FURIA comes in clutch. This is a remarkable team after it's all been against the rifles, and not going to be able to take this away from Torshi. They're going to be too late to the party, not even looking. We'll get to hold on to the AWP, so Torshi gets a chance to make some noise into the next 4 rounds. Taking a look, this is 7 rounds. Out of the 7 rounds that FURIA posted, 6 have been against full rifle rounds.
I mean, yeah.
having to do this the hard way. Here it is. So, okay, Fallen steps out just before the smoke blooms. Then MongolZ, the hero, pivoting between everything. K-Serato's late activation. They're going for the fight, not for the plan. Bomb loose there on Spinks, and at this point, no time, no chance. Here's for Jimmy Spinks, the exertion. They've got the U2 as well.
This time around, look at everybody grouped up. This could just be as soon as they get box holes executing towards B. They've got the U2 for it, they've got the space, and everybody is here. Or at least they were.
Just got to get that blocks back down. Spinks spotted so far, nothing.
The favourite pop smoke. All get clear. Keep through. And see K-Serato's in position with X-Ray there just on the other side. Jimmy making sure there's no Ivy pushing a main push. It's a gamble right now from FURIA. Smoke on top of that, you ain't coming through pop anytime soon. Break their way through. They through neck, two through pop. Spinks goes down, 3v5.
Another leap in the right direction. Not looking at that. Puts his way, getting too precise. Love to use the Apex to find that first, but there shouldn't be any more. K-Serato's. From the target, bucket running on down. They are accelerating into B, and Spinks very far away. How can he see it? Wow. The incandescence of the flame, MongolZ spotted outside, top down. FURIA limping.
Here it
is ticking.
Smoke it off, FURIA.
Think so, yeah, use it. Burning a hole in his pocket at this point. Come on, lad, it's the time. It cost him his life too late. 1-4. Toronto, we need that lead. Gets it done. Position noted and communicated. Jimmy and Spinks being held at bay. That's what you wanted. The distractions there. Rotting that clock though. Has Fallen got the 1v3 in him? 8 years since this was his cathedral. That is not going to be happening this time. Not so easy. Not so freely. Just in time. And no slow retake from MOUZ. But 15 on the board first.
You're even surprised that they got blindsided. He's like, okay, why is nobody covering that?
All aboard.
Bring up the stand, that's how this one's getting late.
Oh, anjing. Konten aja.
This time, a bit of a double bump. Flash and go. Corky sideline still open for business, and Yuri first casualty for FURIA. Trying to claw in. Nice from Fallen. Puts that AK to work. Torty trying to stay alive. Dip in between Oil and this swing. Oh, and this shot from the inside.
cross, either for that lurk smoke or late activation. Either way, Furia have to ask questions of it. It's not a free part of the map. I see a lot of teams occupying it, and it's important if you do it. You're seeing why. CT setup, it's a gamble again. It's 3 to 4 speed. You keep the Fury on them. Scored and Smarto aggressively out towards Pop and A-Man, just playing on the jiggle. Smoke only defense. Lock them out for now. The time it's going to be against it. The CT setup will have to rejig.
Bullets doing more. Just a little flying left tap.
Jimmy drops some neutral over towards Rank. Somebody has to rotate. Somebody has to acknowledge the gap. And somebody is MongolZ starting to drop back now. Sticking to it. MongolZ is staying. They're not believing it. They're not buying it.
Saying, boys, I'm happy you win. It's going to be big.
Oh, here it comes. Any second now.
They're running so thin. Only now is Jimmy starting to work it. Lurk. Oh, a big shot from MongolZ. They're in. Oh no, 2 in a row. Doesn't matter if you're Kinder and Yuri. And they're safe hands on their M4s. 10 seconds. This one's fallen through their fingertips. Nothing Torji could do. 7, 6, 5. It's not going to be a bomb punt. It's not going to be a MOUZ finish. It's Furia surviving the first of 3 trials in this cathedral.
Nobody's even tussling with this. They don't even believe it. And there's so much of a gap that could be exploited, but neither team really believe it. They've got heavy IEM setups on either side of the server. Both teams holding onto util. Both teams just jiggling, waiting for info. Waiting for something to inform the decision. Minute mark again. Still loose, won't even be picked up, but the clock's still ticking.
MOUZ boys are not scared. The tussle with low time, that's a lot of nade damage. Roland stomachs it. Long smoke, 40 seconds, oh, fallen, nearly goes down. Missed opportunity, gets away with one, and this case Toronto as well. On white screen, pulls the trigger, Roland. He can handle the round. Here they come. Zershon has slipped towards the train too on the other side of that. Yakinda loses his head. Jimmy activates. Nice sequence. Running into the side and MongolZ can't catch a break. Can't hit a shot. 2 flashes, smokes. Obscure him. Yuri on the way back in on 1. Spinks goes down. Approaching from Pop. Oh! They couldn't find the pixels required. 1 bullet there. 1 bullet. Bullet, but it's still up to Torji with the everything. Can't have it! Denied by Torji.
There's just no way.
There's absolutely nothing that Yuri can do. We know how this one ends.
GG!